Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Brian's Beverage Corner. Today, I am here with a special guest, Pete. I mean, he's on the bike crew. He's special because he's never been on the show before.
I'm a ghost.
Jason and Ed. Ed's always here.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Jay's probably going to wind up being a regular. But, like I said in the last episode, today is going to be a lot about local breweries and local beer. I have 3 here today. Also, this episode comes out the week of St. Patty's Day.
Local.
So
St. Patty's Day, people.
Motherfucker. Local.
That's why we're all in green. Local St. Patty's Day. Go to your local St. Patty's Day parade if you have one.
Yes.
Drink a lot of local beer if you have one.
Yeah.
So because of it's St. Patrick's Day, as much as I would have loved to do Irish beers, I did want to keep it local. But St. Patty's Day is a big stout drinking holiday. So I have 3 different stouts. All 3 different styles of stouts. All apparently really good stouts. I've never had any of them, so this will be my first time. As usual, I will talk about the beer and the brewery a little bit. I will pour the beer. If there's something special about it, I will point it out. And, of course, as always, we go in ABV order from the lightest beer to the strongest beer. Before we even start, does anyone have a favorite local brewery? And it doesn't have to necessarily be within 5 minutes of where we are, unless it is.
I'd have to say Defiant.
I'd either say Defiant or Elementary. Elementary stuff I like over a broader range of their stuff, but Defiant has 2 in particular that I am really keen on. Muddy Creek,
The Amber Ale.
top qual.
You said the same thing?
Yeah, I would say Defiant. I like Elementary too, but I think I'd choose Defiant over it.
Have you ever been to one of the local breweries?
Yeah, I've been to Defiant.
Nice.
How about you, Pete?
It's not local, but it's from where Eric, another fellow biker of ours, and I went. It's called Ithaca Beer Co. We're big fans of that.
Yeah, whatever works. I mean, whatever's closest to you is probably what'll get your favorite vote for a local brewery. So
yeah,
it makes sense.
To specify, Pete and Eric went to Ithaca College, so it was local to them when they were up there.
Yeah.
Ithaca Beer Company is actually a rather large company compared to these guys.
Yeah.
But,
hey,
nonetheless,
that's their
beer is
local
beer.
brewery.
Yeah.
Beer's beer.
And we love beer.
We do.
That's
Correct.
They only
That
come
is
out for
correct.
very few reasons, and beer is one.
I love getting local stuff now because you can't find them everywhere, and not every store in the area will have it. On the last episode, we did Icarus was a local one, and then the first episode we did one by Dark City and Magnify, which were both Jersey ones as well. We did Icarus too the first episode, but they happened to be featured in both episodes. All local breweries that's why they're called microbrew, because they don't distribute all over the country, whereas you'll find Budweiser or even in the craft area Stone and Dogfish Head everywhere. So these guys you'll find around here. You might find Forgotten Boardwalk a little bit out of the area, but now they started distributing on their own. They used to be through, at least for Jersey, they were with a company called Peerless Distributing. That's who I deal with sometimes. So I used to order through them. Now they do it on their own, so I order through Forgotten Boardwalk by themselves. That's why a lot of times when people see prices on 4-packs and 6-packs, prices go up, because to get the beer to where it's going into the stores and to people, it might cost them more because they have to distribute on their own or through a smaller middleman. Let's get started. So the first beer we have today is Bolero Snort's Magically Delicious Golden Stout with milk sugar, cocoa nibs, coffee, and vanilla.
Cocoa nibs.
Coming in at 6%. So this was brewed and canned in Pennsylvania. So Bolero Snort's interesting because they're trying to become super local, get a full brewery in New Jersey. Their tasting room, if I'm not mistaken, is in Richfield Park.
Oh,
Dude,
nice.
let's go.
I think it's also where their corporate is.
Oh, so
Okay.
just
But a lot of their beers are
Makes
brewed
sense.
out of state, but they are technically Jersey beer.
Gotcha.
The
Okay.
company is based in New Jersey.
All right.
So this is a Golden Stout. Have any of you ever had a Golden Stout?
Yep.
That's what I know of.
Is Guinness
I might have.
Blonde a golden
Guinness-
stout? No.
Yeah.
That's not even close.
Do you know what a Golden Stout is?
No.
Do you know?
Nah, I wouldn't know if I've had it.
Pete?
Or
I just enjoyed the taste of.
not. You know, Brian, why don't you tell us?
Enlighten
Yeah,
us,
Brian.
please.
So, a Golden Stout, for those of you that don't know, is basically taking the same ingredients that you would make to make a stout, not adding in the roasted grains to give it the color.
Okay, so it's
basically to get breweries Stone and I forget the name of the other company, but they were like one of the first ones to do it, and they did it as a challenge, like to see if they could do it. So it will come out a lot lighter than these two will by a long shot. But basically, to get that flavor, they take out the roasted grains, and they have to add stuff like coffee, chocolate, some other extra stuff to either make it a little bit darker, but not too dark, but to give it that roasted grain flavor. Because a lot of this comes from the malted hops. Or, malted... I think malted hops or malted grains is what gives it that roasty flavor. So a lot of places will add coffee, like coffee beans and stuff, to give it that flavor.
Yeah. Do you like these better?
What's your preference?
I'm not much of a stout drinker. I have very recently become a stout drinker. I've had a couple stouts that are very expensive that were really good.
Maybe this will be my favorite.
This is we got one case of this. And I didn't even know it came in the store. And when I came back from my 4 days off, we had 3 left, and I bought it the day of.
Wow. Okay.
So
that's your.
At like first glance, it literally looks like a regular ale.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna, but but you can smell it right away. It smells like a stout, and that's the coffee. That's the cocoa nibs.
Oh God.
And the coffee. Make sure you get just as much as everybody else. You can smell it like hardcore.
Oh. Yeah. No, that does.
It smells really good.
It smells a lot darker than it is.
Oh yeah.
As weird as that is.
No, it's not weird at all. Because it's like a
fake
stout. It's a fake stout in a way. Like
on first glance, I mean, you guys hopefully can see this is actually pretty see-through.
Oh yeah.
It's not super clear, but it's not super hazy at the same time. The color is a little. I don't even want to say I don't want to say amber. No, Pilsner's super light. I don't even want to say amber. This is almost like a golden ale.
It's
golden stout.
Golden stout, so it makes sense. Like
good observation, Jay.
Yeah. Thank you, Edward.
Now, if you smell it, you will smell by a long shot those coffee and cocoa nibs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can. You smelling the coffee? Like you can definitely smell the coffee.
Yeah, easily.
You can be nose blind and smell the coffee in this.
Now, let's taste it and see if the taste matches the aroma.
Oh, yeah. I think I would say you get more of the cocoa nib taste than the coffee taste.
Yep.
Wow. That totally throws it off. Not throws it off, but like it's completely different like from what you see to what you taste. Like you see it and you know it's a golden stout, but you see it and it's lighter and you're like, oh, it's not going to be as heavy or stouty. But it's got the that full flavor there. That's excellent.
It does. The palate is fantastic, really.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I can taste the roastiness. I can taste the coffee. Mm-hmm. I do taste the cocoa nibs. That was the first thing I tasted. But I can actually get that hint of vanilla in there towards the end. And I like it a lot.
That makes it a lot more smooth, I think.
I just got more, like, it went from the cocoa nibs to the coffee, for me at least.
Yeah, I like the aftertaste of the coffee.
Yeah. No, I can see the vanilla in there. Tiny, like, hint.
If you're not a stout drinker, usually, I would definitely recommend this to you because this is definitely
good.
Like the start of what a stout would be. It's not harsh. It's not super coffee. It's not super roasty, malty. This is a great in the middle, a great balance between the flavor that they want and what some people might drink on the side, craft wise.
This is also appropriate twofold, this particular one, because we're doing St. Patty's. It's a stout, and on the can, it's got little 4-leaf clovers. It
also has a full rendition of Lucky from the Lucky Charms commercial. Bolero Snort, I give it to you, man, because
excellent can.
Their artwork is fantastic. They do a lot of cans based on movies and shows and like other things.
That's a cool theme. I like that.
They had another stout that I almost bought called it's called Moodoo Doll. So obviously Bolero Snort, everything's based off cows. So a beer they had, they make it every year and stuff like that. It's called Fruity Pebbles, but Pebbles is spelled Pebulls, based on Fruity Pebbles, the cereal. It used to have Fred Flintstone. It used to have a bowl version of Fred Flintstone, and that got taken away because the new cans only have like the rainbow looking like
That's
it's like a
pretty
rainbow
that's pretty
can,
funny.
and they have regular and chocolate for those.
It's so good.
I've had by them an IPA, a double IPA called The Last Bovine, which was made for The Last Jedi for Star Wars. Voodoo Doll,
like that.
they have Bull Abides, which is for The Big Lebowski.
It's awesome.
They have one for Beetlejuice that comes out in October. I forget what kind of beer it is though, and I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I did buy the Bohemian Rhapsody. It's a really, really good IPA based off of Queen, and they have a sour beer, and they do like little little bull versions of like Sour Patch Kids. I've never had it, but it looks awesome, and I tried ordering it, but I couldn't get it. But a lot of their artwork is like really, really cool, and it's very, very creative, and they're a really good brewery. Their beers are really good, and they're really reasonably priced too. None of their beers are super, super expensive.
That's good.
It comes in a 4-pack, 16-ounce 4-pack, and I believe it's $12.99 or $13.99 a 4-pack.
It's not as much actually as I thought it would be.
For what you're getting, it's pretty solid. And the novelty of the cans is...
Yeah.
The cans are cool too. I usually
the novelty of the
buy it
name
just
and the
for the
can.
cans.
they're one of the
it's
few
cool,
companies
yeah.
I keep the label. I keep the can for.
Yeah,
And I would buy it just
That makes
looking
sense.
at it. I'd be like, that was cool shit. I'm gonna buy it.
They're also really good with spreading like the variety. I mean, they do a lot of IPAs, but they do have a lot of really good darker beers like stouts and porters. They make one around Christmas called Bernard the Head Elf, based on Bernard the Head Elf from Santa Claus movies. And that's a stout with a lot of like vanilla and stuff like that in it, and it's really, really, really smooth, but it's a higher percentage. I think that's $16.99 for a 12-ounce 4-pack because of all the stuff that goes into
I
it.
thought you were about to say 16 for like 16.99%.
No,
I was like,
not
wow.
that crazy. So let's move on to the next one. So
Hear my roll.
the next beer we are trying is Cosmonaut by Carton Brewing. This beer was brewed in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. So this is a Russian Imperial Stout with freeze-dried ice cream and spices added.
Oh, I love that little
Coming
so
in at
cool.
10%. Bolero Snort has a more colorful spectrum of cans, whereas Carton tends to keep this orange and white kind of look
Classic.
going, but the label of the name will always be different, and the artwork in the white will always represent what the name of the beer is. They have a really good stout that I couldn't get because I just don't have it in the store called Unjunked. It's an 8%. I think it's an 8% Imperial Stout. That one's really good.
Yeah.
If you don't have one, try another one. They also have a Session Stout. It's like 4%.
What is a session?
So anything that has session in it means low ABV. So a session IPA, like Founders All Day, like their staple, like comes in at 4.2%.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a beer. A lot of people make session stouts, session ales, session IPAs for people that want to like enjoy what they're drinking and not have to worry about like the effects of alcohol.
Yeah. So okay.
It also changes the flavor and the texture a little bit, but nonetheless,
So
still makes good
sessions
beer.
are taste based.
Yeah.
As opposed to many of your
Lower
IPAs
alcohol and more
where they're
taste.
higher alcohol
Yeah.
content.
I definitely don't have that problem.
Pete, I'll pour you first this time.
Thank you, sir.
Oh,
So you'll see right away.
Oh, yeah.
This is a way darker
That is
beer. I gotta
dark.
be a little bit more careful when I pour these because we only have 12 ounces.
Yeah, peek
Yeah.
it a lot.
that's dark.
Dark as
Oh,
night.
and it smells fantastic.
That's dark. Holding that up to the light, I can't see the light through it. That's solid.
So, we're all in a pub right now, right?
Yeah. Oh, good man.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
man. Good man.
Dude, Jay's getting drunk today.
So this one comes in at 10% flat. So
St.
a little
Patrick's
stronger.
Day.
Obviously, firsthand, a lot darker than the golden stout. This is what a stout should look like, by
Dark.
the way.
Black.
Dark, a little bit thicker, not as much. You can kind of see it a little bit. I'll try to get as close to the camera as possible. Like a little rim head.
Yeah.
Guinness, you'll get a more fuller head. Guinness is also a lower ABV stout, so that's where that comes from. And the nitro added to it gives it that foamy, almost like cloud stout, I call it.
Yeah.
It looks very soft and very inviting.
Yes.
This will have a shorter, like a rimmed, almost like a rimmed head. So
I don't get as much coffee in this.
Yeah, I'm not.
It
neither
smells
am I.
great.
It
Not
does.
as much
I
coffee.
smell vanilla in this one too, but
Oh, no,
I'm
it-
pretty sure that's the freeze dried ice cream that
It
they
It,
does-
it
that they
definitely
brew.
smells sweeter.
Ooh, you will taste that already?
Smooth, actually.
The aftertaste, the aftertaste.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can
strong.
You can taste ice cream. You can taste I taste vanilla ice creamy.
So
The aftertaste
it's like
definitely
a little bit of dessert.
show you the strength of it.
Yeah.
So-
Because
yeah.
it's a very deceptive beer.
So I'll read what's on the side here because they have a little bit. So Super Galena hops early in the boil bring a strawberry touch. Russian Imperial Stouts have a dark chocolate presence with vanilla nuance, quite pleasing when accented by a bold hop addition. Our walk around this space has had us skirting the territory of those 3-tone blocks of supermarket ice cream. All we need was an ingredient you can ferment that would push those notions without running over the beerness of the flavors. We turn to that classic museum snack, freeze-dried Neapolitan ice cream. Drink Cosmonaut because exploration is what it's all about. And that's what we're doing today. We are exploring our palates.
Yes.
With
I
these
can
new
make a
things.
float with this.
Yeah, easily.
You totally could.
It'd be great.
You can make a boozy ice cream float with this
You can definitely,
easily.
but you can definitely taste like Pete was saying before. You can definitely taste the strength of this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that first thing was like,
Yeah, there's a little bit of
It's smooth, and then it kind of starts,
It's
as
good.
it's going down your
it's a
throat,
little bit of dry.
it kind of then puffs up and hits you with the strength.
I am surprised though at like first taste, a lot of the higher ABV beers we've done on the show have been super smooth.
I thought it was
Yeah.
pretty smooth going down.
This isn't
This-
like the smoothest I've had, but
No,
you gotta,
no.
I gotta
It's-
give
and
it a
it's
cart. This
sweet.
is a really good beer.
This is very good. I would like kind of compare this like it's different, but like if you were to compare it to like wines, this would be a very dry wine, whereas a lot of other things are whatever. But this would be like a dry wine. It's got that kind of dryness in there, but it's like it's not overly so. Like it's just got that little bit that beer would be dry. If beer was dry, that'd be it.
Exactly like they said. They wanted the Neapolitan ice cream taste without taking away from it still being a beer.
no, it's perfect. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
I think this is excellent.
So with St. Patty's Day coming around the corner, a lot of people will go to a classic Guinness or a Murphy's or any kind of Irish stout or something like a Schmittix or a Killian's, a red ale. It's another popular style for St. Patty's Day. But I really wanted to go in on these locals because when I order beer for the store around St. Patty's Day, I do try to bring in a lot more different stouts because people will always look for something different. I mean, Guinness has a nitro stout. Guinness has the nitro ball in the cans.
In the
They have
cans.
nitrous. They have the nitrogen added to the bottles when they bottle it. But I also order a lot of a brewery called Left Hand. I get their nitro stout. Same thing as the bottles. It's nitrogen added.
Oh, was
During
that the one
bottling.
that makes Mother's Milk? Or am I like totally off base?
I'm not sure. to be
They made.
honest.
I remember specifically Left Hand Brewing.
Left Hand
particularly,
Makes, Left
like,
Hand
I
makes
remember,
a
like,
regular
for
milk
research.
stout, which is in a purple 6-pack.
Yes.
They make the nitro stout, which is a black 6-pack. They
Oh,
also
I know what you're
I also
talking
You know what I'm
ordered.
talking about?
I know what you're talking
It was
Yeah.
it was like a 10.5% stout. It was called Wake Up Dead Nitro Stout. It came in 4-pack cans. And it had it was like a red and black can with a red skull on it.
Oh,
It was
boy.
dope. Didn't have it. Kind of wish I did now.
Wild.
But it was cool. I order a lot of I just ordered for tomorrow Rogue's double chocolate stout in the 25-ounce bottles. I hope it comes in tomorrow. I'm excited
That
to
is
see what comes
gonna
in.
be
But
strong.
stouts are a winter beer. To me, and this is just my opinion, like obviously stouts can be drunk any time of the year. Stouts are a winter beer, and I do believe that St. Patty's Day is the end of stout season.
Yes.
Like once St. Patty's Day is done,
100%.
people start going for the lighter beers and go back to their IPAs.
I
Because
agree.
it starts to
Whereas in the
warm up.
winter and in this starting area of March,
No, I
middle
never
of
thought
March,
about
Still-
it that way, but
it's
that's
still-
very true.
Yeah.
Middle, end of March, yeah.
like my Irish beer sales, my Guinness sales, shoot through the roof.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Yeah.
Starting a week or so ago, which was the third week of February,
Yeah.
to the third week of March,
Yeah.
basically.
Let's check
The
this
last
baby
beer we
out.
have today is gonna be Gravity Road
Looks so
Imperial
dangerous.
Stout by Forgotten Boardwalk. They're from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. So
Shout out
they make a
Jerry.
really popular beer called Funnel Cake.
Funnel cake.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, they.
Oh, no,
Oh, that
they
makes
make-
sense.
they make
That makes
funnel
sense. Okay, Boardwalk. Yeah, haha.
They make a beer called Funnel Cake. Never had it, but it's super popular because of the sweetness at the end of the palate.
Will this have any of that?
Well,
Not
here.
to that extent.
Okay.
Here it says here profile huge notes of chocolate, cocoa, and roasted malt. And it says notice all clear. Ride this beer with caution.
Ooh, okay.
Just a disclaimer, like I say every episode, we're not sponsored by any of these breweries. I picked these out on my own, and it's just beers that I either find interesting or I come across them or someone gives them to me. But the breweries do not themselves reach out to me and tell me to do these.
Yeah, like if you guys have suggestions for beers that you might want to see,
Thank you, my friend.
or you think bears discussion, or you just want to see us drink a beer,
Ooh, Corey.
suggest it in the comments below.
Go a little lighter for me.
However,
No? That or more?
That was a great interaction.
Well, I just didn't want as much.
But yeah, no, if you have
That's
any
fine.
suggestions for beer, throw it in the comments below or hit us up on any social media. Let us know.
Boys, you
We'll
got
gladly
Definitely.
take your suggestion.
Definitely,
gotta
because we're
smell
always
this
looking.
one.
That is dark, man.
I thought the last one was black as night. Ooh, that's good.
That's
So this on first
It's gonna
whiff.
Sleep.
Oh yeah.
definitely coffee,
yeah.
definitely chocolate.
I
A lot of what they're saying on the can.
yeah, absolutely like a chocolate mocha, right?
Yeah.
Mocha is chocolate coffee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
almost a hazelnut to me. I know
Almost.
it might not
Yeah, I
be
see
in
what
it,
you're
but
smelling.
almost.
Yeah.
This comes in at 10.3%, so not too much stronger than this. By the way, the carton Cosmonaut at my store at least is $15.99 a 4-pack 12-ounce can. Because of the style and what they add to it when they brew it. A lot of the price comes from the ingredients used, and I discussed that a little bit in the episode before this. So please check that one out, because that's all about pricing. But that's why that one is a little bit more expensive. Gravity Road is super good price. It's $11.99
Oh,
Wow.
for
Nice.
for
Not
a
what I
4-pack
expected.
can.
Wow.
I would have guessed way more.
Yeah.
So-
Agreed. Yeah.
Definitely
I would've guessed
balanced
way
price.
more.
Now, for what the carton is, I do believe the price is right because of what it is.
That's a very intriguing flavor.
It's hard to sell a 4-pack anything above like $12, $13.99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is one of the few beers that I honestly believe is worth it
yeah, this is like
for that
this-
size and that price.
At that size, of that price, you're like starting to get into like niche markets and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you really
Um,
like you want this taste out of your beer.
Elementary and Hackensack does a lot of 12-ounce 4-packs, but they're usually priced around like $10.99.
Those are
depending
pretty
on what it
moderately
is.
priced. Yeah.
I almost picked up one by them. It was a Baltic porter called Warship. Just came out like a week ago. Or we just got it like a week ago. So definitely check them out.
Let's give this a taste here, fellas.
Yes, let's do it.
Oh, that's a lot smoother than I thought it would be.
Now,
Yeah, that is a lot smoother than I was
now we'll
expecting.
say this one to me tastes more like coffee.
Yes,
See, I was gonna
I-
say chocolate.
I
I taste
agree.
more chocolate in this.
Oh, like I taste like the chocolate. Like it's like chocolate and coffee. So it's like mocha coffee. I taste mocha coffee in this with some other like aspects of beer in there. Like and like it's got like a little bit of like that, somewhat of like a alcohol taste. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think it's actually less severe
Oh yeah.
than the
I'm
than the Cosmonaut.
I'm sorry.
It's incredibly smooth.
Yeah,
It's
I have like
coffee.
no real kick out of it. Like I don't
It's
feel
light.
Yeah, that's
Very
what like
light.
I was expecting. Okay, it's smooth,
Yeah.
kind of like the others, and then they later on had a bit of a kick. This I don't no kick at all.
Stouts are meant to be like super smooth, super enjoyable because it's supposed to be
Very
a
much
darker,
so.
roastier beer.
Yeah.
Almost like, to me, and I always say to me because this is an opinion, like you would drink a coffee at the end of the day. Like if you're
This
the kind
is
of
like
person
your
that has a
nightcap,
beer at the end of the day after a long day of work, or like you don't want a beer with dinner, you want something after dinner though to like wind
Yeah.
you down. You have a cup of coffee or a cup of
Perfect,
tea,
yeah.
but you want beer. This is what you would drink is a stout.
I agree.
Or,
That
or a
perfectly
porter.
fits that.
A porter's a little bit lighter, still super dark.
Yeah, and they're slower drinking beers. These are not meant to slug one after another. You don't pound these.
You nurse it.
Yeah,
Unless you
you're
don't
nursing
like
it.
it.
Enjoy it.
If you really don't like yourself, you pound these.
Well, yeah.
They're harsh, and they kill your stomach. If you drink
Yeah,
too
they
much.
do.
Darker beers tend to also be a little thicker, so that's another thing. Like
very
that's
Some of them are
that's
like
all the
oil.
malt and like the roasted grains really like draw that thickness out. And depending on what kind of like flavorings they add, chocolate, vanilla, the milk sugar or lactose. Some people use some people specify. Imperial Stout, it's Gravity Road.
Solid.
Good.
Two
yeah.
thumbs
Very
up.
good.
Yes,
Very good.
absolutely.
You guys did a really good
lot.
job on that.
Yeah, that definitely takes my vote as far as what I like the most out of these. That is very good. I'd say like 1, 2, 3. Like if we were rating them, we're not rating. I don't know.
No. I know what you mean. For me, definitely 1 because there's no kick. It's just smooth. But it's kind of weird because I feel like I'm drinking and I'm waiting for like some kind of like kick in the aftertaste, and it just doesn't come, which is kind of interesting to me. I think I would go reverse order, but I wouldn't like really count the
Magically Delicious.
as a lesser one. Just I think I like that one, the Cosmonaut more.
You like the darker stouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy the Golden Stout though.
Golden Stouts are not super common, by the way. A couple companies make them. Weyerbacher's 23rd anniversary. Every year their anniversary beer is a little bit different. 23rd anniversary was a Golden Stout. Obviously, Magically Delicious will always be a Golden Stout. Stone did one. I don't think they do it anymore. I don't remember what the name of it was.
Now, are any of these limited edition beers? That's a limited.
Technically,
It's seasonal.
Or is it a seasonal thing? Or I'll let you explain.
I'm not 100% sure. Certain beers, seasonal beers will be something like in the summer. You'll have beers that are more citrusy. A lot of goes style, which are tart.
Yeah.
Will be popular. In the winter, a lot of seasonals will be spiced, dark, like lagers.
Yeah.
For like for example, Sam Adams does their winter lager. Really good. And then their like end of January into March will be Cold Snap.
Cold Snap. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
That one I haven't had.
Cold Snap is really good
Yeah,
as
it's pretty
well.
good. I like it.
Yeah, I know you like that one, Ed.
Or like the fruitier beers will come out in the spring. So for example, I just found out today, Abita Brewing, their strawberry lager comes out this week. So your shandy,
We should
your
try that one out.
early season shandies,
Nice.
strawberry lagers will come out.
I love me some shandies. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
We'll do shandies later before the summer starts.
Ed's a
those are really
shandy
good.
guy.
The winter, certain places their seasonal will be a stout or a brown ale, depending on what's going on. I know Dogfish Head, their October seasonal is the pumpkin brown ale. But I'll go into seasonal beers in another episode. As far as this episode goes, we hit stouts. We saw 3 completely different styles of stouts. Basically, if I had to pick one that was super like a regular basic stout, I'd go with the Forgotten Boardwalk.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I did overall love the flavor of the carton.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit sweeter. I got a lot more of that chocolate vanilla notes. Bolero Snort, I love their beers. I buy a lot of their beers. It was very interesting. I've never had a golden stout before,
Neither have I.
and that really surprised me in like the best way possible.
Absolutely. Yeah. That was, I enjoyed that. That was very good.
As far as St. Patty's Day goes, I know at least for the 3 of us. I hope Pete comes with us.
And the
For those of you in
crew.
the area that know us or know where we're in Bergen County, New Jersey. We're going up to Pearl River, New York for
The Irish Riviera.
for the St. Patty's Day parade.
That is a happening time.
It's a lot of fun.
It's gonna get
If you
weird.
watch us and you're in the area and you see us out there, please come say hi to us. We'd love to meet you guys.
Absolutely.
Have a beer with us, whatnot.
Sure.
We will be drinking beer.
Absolutely.
For those of you out of the area, I highly recommend you go to your local St. Patty's Day parade, celebrating the festivities. Even if you're not a heavy drinker, still go out and enjoy yourself.
There's a parade near you. Go to that. Those are always fun.
If you have a local brewery near you or within a 30, 40 minute drive of you, definitely go out and see it, because, you know, a lot of times the breweries are more than happy to even show you the facility. When I was in college, I took a beer course, and we went to a local brewery in Connecticut called BEVERAGE Brewing, and they walked us around and showed us the whole process and everything. And they make a red ale, a 9% red ale that's out of this world. And I wound up buying a growler of their blueberry ale. So, you know, you never know what you're going to find at local places, too. They always have good stuff on tap.
It's always good stuff. It's always a decent atmosphere. Always. A lot of them are, it's not too refined. You get kind of a laid back atmosphere for the most part. And you see a lot of local people and just talk, have a good time. Definitely. And that's appropriate for St. Paddy's Day too, because that's one of the more social holidays, whereas a lot of other things are private barbecues and cookouts and parties. This is a very social thing. Go out and be together, see people you haven't seen in years, see people you saw yesterday. It's a lot of fun. Definitely get out there for St. Paddy's Day. It's one of my favorites. Personally, my 2 cents.
Local breweries are very underrated because, you know, a lot of people want to go out and they want it, and for you hoppy beer drinkers or your IPA drinkers, you know, you're gonna pick up a Dogfish Head 60 Minute. You're gonna pick up a Stone IPA. And next episode, we're gonna hit a lot of these breweries. Next week, as of right now, I have a beer from Stone, a beer from Dogfish Head, and a beer from 6 Point, a little bit bigger breweries.
Very nice.
From all different areas. We're going to hit the bigger name guys because, you know, they need some love. But I really want to hit local today because I do feel that in all areas of the country, microbreweries and local breweries do not get enough shout out online and on social media. So
absolutely. Support local.
Absolutely.
So, once again, I'm Brian.
Pete.
Jason.
I'm Ed.
And this has been Brian's Beverage Corner. Please drink responsibly and have a great day.
As always, like, subscribe, and get the bell on.
Please let us know what you want to see for other episodes. We will take all comments into consideration.
Absolutely.
We do pay for everything. Like, none of this has been given to us. So we do support the business.
Yep.
If you tell Jason to shut up, you get a shout out.
See you, fellas.
There you go.
See ya.